most expensive and closely watched Supreme Court race in the country is over, and Susan Crawford is the next Wisconsin Supreme Court justice.
The race was over sooner than most expected, with Brad Schimel telling his supporters a short time ago that the Wisconsin Supreme Court would stay in the hands of progressive judges. So much reaction to get to, but why don't we start with the numbers in this race? Here are the latest numbers right now, with about 82% of the vote statewide in Crawford, with that commanding 10-point lead, 55 to 45%. Again, not all the votes have been counted, so the only question is that what will the final margin of victory be?
An early night here as we watch these results come in. We have team coverage. Sam Kramer is at the Schimel campaign watch party, which is in Waukesha County, but we began with Bria Jones in Madison with the Crawford campaign. Bria.
Kim, we heard from Justice-elect Susan Crawford. She took this stage right here. She left the stage about 15 minutes ago. She spoke for at least 10 minutes talking about how she will be a clear, fair, impartial, and common sense justice. Now, a big part of this story, all of the national attention, I want you to just take a look. There are over a dozen media outlets here, both local and national, because all eyes have been on Wisconsin tonight. Now, also, just look at this party here. There are dozens and dozens of supporters here. Someone here acknowledging the camera, but we see a great mixture of people in this crowd, all of them just very excited to see Susan Crawford take this stage here and announce a victory. One of the things she said during her speech, she mentioned how she did not expect growing up in Chippewa Falls to take on the richest man in the world, referring to all the money that was poured into this campaign, over $90 million poured into this election in total, her specifically referencing Elon Musk and his contributions to her opponent's campaign. I want you to just take a listen to what she had to say during her victory speech.
It was a great community where people watched out for each other. And my experiences growing up in small town Wisconsin shaped me into the person that I am today. Someone who values hard work, common sense, honesty, and who can tell right from wrong.
Before she left the stage, Crawford also acknowledging her family, her supporters, saying that she could not have done this without them. Also mentioning that her mom will be happy to see all the attack ads in. Also adding that this is a very special birthday for her mother, as she is victorious in this race that has been declared by the Associated Press. Now, of course, her ending here, she telling the people of Wisconsin that the court here is not for sale. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Bria Jones reporting from the Crawford campaign.
Let's go right now to Sam Kramer at the Milwaukee Marriott West in Waukesha County. There is a different mood at Brad Schimel's campaign party. Sam, take it away.
Yeah, hi there, Ted and Kim. The music was loud here all night long, and frankly, the band keeps going. But the party ended about 45 minutes after the doors opened. In fact, Brad Schimel's still here. As I peek over to my left, he's still giving out hugs to people that are congratulating him on a race well run. But I have to tell you, this is one of the more unique campaign watch parties I've seen in my time. This is his band that's up there playing, and now they continue to perform without him. It was about 8:45. He started this party playing the bass with the band, 4 to the floor. About 8:45, he's whisked off stage by some of his staff, presumably to go through the numbers to comprehend what was coming. It was right around 9:16. The Associated Press calls the race for Judge Susan Crawford. About 4 minutes later, Judge Schimel comes back out to concede, and there were people in the crowd that were upset that he was doing that. Take a listen.
I called Judge Crawford and conceded. No. You got to accept the results. Just don't. Yeah, right. I'm not up here making any joke. This is the numbers aren't gonna turn around.
Now, if you can remember back to 2023, it was Daniel Kelly against now Justice Janet Protasewicz. Kelly's concession speech in a race that was called earlier than this one was really not a concession speech at all. He was fiery, he was hot, he was accusatory. Nothing like we saw from Schimel tonight. He was brief, bus driver, to the communications people, to all the volunteers that knocked on doors. He is looking forward to a lot more time with his family, though certainly they wish the results here went the other way. We're live tonight in Milwaukee. Sam Kramer, Fox 6 News.